Hey guys, and welcome back to Off the Cuff. Just a really quick one today. A few little things I just wanted to go over. The first one is don't miss Timcast tonight because Jack Murphy is going to be there, and I think it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, but I feel like it's probably all of you that do, Jack wrote an article about 6 years ago with regards to him being a cuckold. He had fallen out of lust with his wife and the mother of his kids, and he decided that it would be a good idea to get people round to enjoy their time with his wife. Now, ordinarily, most people would just say, "Well, you do you, and you let anybody else do who they want to do." But obviously, with Jack, it's slightly different because he runs the Liminal Order. And the Liminal Order is essentially an organization that is trying to sort of alpharize young men. Now, I don't really see anything wrong with that at all in and of itself, because we live in a time where people are kind of going nuts, and somebody needs to do something to kind of give young people hope and show them, a good, solid way of living their life. And this really doesn't really necessarily merge with that. There was this program the other day with Elijah Schaefer and Sydney Watson, and she read a super chat about this, and he went nuts. He then doubled down on Twitter and said that the only people that cared about this were trolls, and they were just trolling him, which is weird and kind of sad, because it clearly means that Jack really doesn't know who his audience are, especially he doesn't know who Tim's audience is. I'm very intrigued to see what he does tonight. Is he going to apologize and be like, "Listen, what I did was bang out of order"? Is he just going to say, "Listen, I already apologized to Sydney, I was having a bad day, people know what that's about, they were trying to wind me up, it worked, and I took it out on Sydney, and I shouldn't have done, and blah, blah, blah." And that would be fairly reasonable. This whole situation is going to be difficult to make go away entirely, but that would be, that would not be a bad way of starting off. The other thing he might do is triple down and just be like, "These people, man, I can't go anywhere without them bringing up me being a cuck," etc. So yeah, that will be very interesting. It's nighttime here now. It's 7:30, so I guess that would be 5 or 6 hours. So look out for that if you want. And then another thing that I was going to talk about was comments. So I've had I've had quite a few people that have said to me, thanks for deleting my comment. I never delete anyone's comments. I don't see the point. I think comments are good. I think they start conversations. They help channels. And to be honest, as somebody that's not looking to make any money from YouTube, and chances are I never will, it's just a hobby for me, I really like it. It's just a way of interacting with people. And if the odd person, it's not often, it's normally probably 1 in 10, 1 in 30, 1 in, I don't know, something like that, leaves a bad message, well, that's up to them. That's their right. But what I would say to people who do want to leave a message like that, or leave a message about a subject that's a bit touchy, is although I will never delete them, YouTube's algorithm does, and it's very heavy-handed. So whether it's my channel or another channel, I would give you people some advice. YouTube's algorithm that deletes these comments, especially on political channels, commentary channels, I don't know if they can aim it at channels, but it certainly seems they do, because my channel really suffers from this. Anyway, the algorithm does not seem to like people, and I've heard that this can be the same on other sites as well. It doesn't like people sort of targeting insults, so "you stupid blah blah blah" or "you effing whatever." It doesn't like those. It doesn't like certain words. I'm sure you can figure out the words. So somebody that is terrorizing someone in a political manner, it doesn't like that word. Certain obvious racial words it doesn't like, and especially any sort of lefty, politically correct words, but also subjects. So I was trying to have a debate with someone the other day about LGBTQ, and it just would not let me put this comment. Like I was editing the comment, and I was spacing out the words, and I was putting asterisks in. It just wouldn't let me do it. But yeah, most of the time there is a way around it. So my advice is, if ever you've put a comment, especially if it's a long one that you can't be bothered to write out again, and why should you? Copy the comment before you click send or post. Space out any words that are, cuss words, or they're a word that you think somebody on the left would not want someone to be able to post. And then in terms of testing that comment, give it 15 seconds, because it's normally, I think it's under 16 seconds that it will delete it instantly. If it's after 16, 20 seconds, then it's probably that someone else has deleted it, or somebody's reported the message and that's why it's gone. So that's my advice. Always copy it before you post, and then you can edit it if you try and post it a second or a third time, and just like space out some words. So if you're going to post the word bat, just put BA space T or B asterisk T. But some words are like the soldiers from 1940s Germany, and it can be tough getting around that. Not that you have a lot of need for that. Anyway, the third thing that I was going to talk to you about. Oh, very briefly, here is a video of me showing you what it's like as a creator. You get a message that tells you you've got comments. You go to click on the comments, and you can see here that it just says comment no longer available. And that's literally right as you receive the message. So you can see that it just happens. It's not that it's me deleting them or anything like that. And it's just as frustrating for me, because sometimes I want to see what the end of the message is. I'll see the first 3 words, and then I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, and then it's just gone. And then the last thing that I was going to talk to you about was Christmas time. So whether or not you're religious, Christmas time should be a special time for you, even if life's tough. We all have different challenges to face. I had some pretty bad news recently, and that can really interfere with you celebrating Christmas. And I definitely understand what it can be like sometimes if you're down in the dumps and you're just really not in the mood. You don't like all this stuff. You don't like all the advertising. I completely understand how that can feel, but it's a really good time for you to kind of give yourself a boost and reset yourself for the year to come, and just have a little celebration. And I think Christmas is a time where it can evoke nostalgia. So nobody listens to all of the Christmas songs because they're just cool songs and they're a great piece of songwriting. We listen to them because it reminds us of what it was like when we were sitting with our granddad, or when you were fishing with your dad, or I don't know, making cookies with your mum or something like that. So it's really important, and I would beg you guys to not make the mistake that I do almost every year, which is on the lead up to Christmas, you're just too busy. There's bills, or you're picking the kid up from sport, or you're doing this, doing that, and then all of a sudden it's Christmas Eve, and even then you don't get your ass in gear to sort it out, and suddenly it's Christmas Day. So I would beg you guys, it's the 21st, I think. I hope I've got that right. 22nd, oh my god, it's the 22nd today. It's 22nd today, so we basically got 2 days left when you think about it. We're going to be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then it's done. Obviously, you have a few days after Christmas, but yeah, I would beg for you guys to do 3 things to really not miss out on Christmas. Play a few Christmas tunes, like however cheesy they are. Just play some. Get some Christmas movies. Like, there's some really fun Christmas movies. So, Muppets Christmas Carol, great, cheap, fun Christmas movie. Michael Caine, how can you go wrong? A Christmas Story with Peter Billingsley, the dirt bike kid. Another great movie. Probably reminds people a lot of their own household, and it's just a bit of fun. And then the last thing that and some Christmas snacks. Get some Christmas snacks. And if you're old enough, get some Christmas booze. And then I would say the last thing to do, please, get in contact with someone, friends, family, or another loved one that you maybe haven't spoken to for a while. for whatever reason, like it could just be life. Maybe not that you've fallen out, but just we all know how life is. It's bonkers, and it's very easy to go 6 months, 8 months, a year, maybe even 2 years, maybe 5 years without speaking to someone. And it's not that you don't like them anymore, or you don't love them. It's just that life is crazy. Um, and unfortunately, we do live in a society where you kind of have to look out for number one, and that makes sense to a degree. Like if you're not looking out for yourself, you're not going to be a lot of use to other people. So yeah, get some Christmas music going, Christmas movies, some snacks, and get in contact. Just do me a favor with one person, because you never know how much it means to that person. You could have just saved that person's year or more. So yeah, please do that for your Uncle Mark. Anyway, yeah, thanks guys. We shall see what happens tonight. Let me know down in the comments and leave a like if you enjoyed this. Otherwise, I'll be deeply offended and I will cry. Thanks guys, and I will see you again soon.